Hey guys, how are you? TheRealMerfy here, coming at you with some Battleborn. And now for this video, we're not going to be really going through any gameplay. I wanted to discuss a little secret I found in the lore, just last night actually. And now I know many people probably aren't too interested in the lore of Battleborn, as the meat of what Battleborn is about is in the multiplayer. But as you know, every character has 5 different pieces of lore that give a little background on the character and the history of what they've been through and how they became part of the Battleborn that they are today. And I was looking through. I happened to come across an interesting piece of lore in Whiskey Foxtrot's lore sets, and it's going to be under the Some Find Me Repulsive lore piece. To unlock this lore piece, you have to knock back 500 enemies with his scrap cannon ability. And so, at the top, in parentheses, it says, excerpt from a thread on the Happy Lorien Fridge Hollow Forums, common communication channel for weapons smugglers. So we know this lore piece is communication between 2 people, one of them most likely being whatever Lorien is, about illegal weapons. And so we take a look at the first one from Ulore4K, who messages at the user WF_2201, package is inbound, let me know what you think. So we can infer that Ulore4K is a Lorien based on the lore part of his name. We can infer that. That's not confirmed or anything as of yet. But then we take a look down to the user WF_2201 made a post in response to Ulore4K's previous post that says, these modifications to the rifle and scrap cannon are good work. Payments going through our normal channels now. I especially appreciate the multi-surface adaptations you've modded in on the sticky bombs. These UPR issued bombs won't stick to expletive removed. We can infer that that word is shit, but that is not important. So, oops, sorry about that. So, also the paint job matches my boots, clicking like right now. So we can infer that the user WF_2201 is Whiskey Foxtrot, thanking this black market Lorien merchant for constructing his weapon, which you can see towards the right side of the screen there, and paying him for constructing such. But here's where it gets interesting. Towards the bottom, we see the message encrypt level biog.v.h33. No idea what that means or if it has any meaning whatsoever, but the encrypt level means that this is an encrypted message. Then, as we read on, it says personal note, fan of the Empire. Now anybody that plays Battleborn will know that fan of the Empire is the nickname for the head spy mistress, Deande, who was at one time Rendain's right-hand woman, so to speak. She followed his every command, pretty much the second in command, and the fan of the Empire was a famous nickname she got, or infamous nickname she got, because her weapons of choice are 2 fan blades. And so we can see that fan of the Empire is the username for whoever is sending this encrypted message. So we can infer that Deande is the one sending this encrypted message. And then right below, as we continue on, we see allow visibility WF_2201. Now, we've already established that that user is indeed Whiskey Foxtrot, as we could even infer just by the WF. Now onto the actual message itself. I thought you would take more care than to entrust a Lorien to make delicate equipment modifications. And so this is unimportant, but our inference earlier that the merchant who Whiskey Foxtrot was talking to as a Lorien has been confirmed. Unimportant, but she is currently chastising him for buying this black market weapon from a Lorien, so we can infer that Deande does not like Loriens, as they are untrustworthy. All you get out of that is ugly, and I'm not talking about the Lorien merchant, yet another dig at the merchant, so obviously she doesn't like the Lorien species, whoever they may be. As we continue on, that gun is a hideous piece of work that no self-respecting warrior would bear. Now take a look at the spelling bear here before we move on. B-E-A-R. Now we're not talking about the animal bear, obviously. This bear, the way it is used in this sentence, it holds a synonym to the word wield. So if we replace that with wield, that is a gun, that gun is a hideous piece of work that no self-respecting warrior would wield. Then we move on. This is the most interesting part, and the part I really wanted to zone in on. You, on the other hand, I would gladly bear you in a heartbeat. Shall we meet in our usual place? Now, if we look at the spelling of bear here, this spelling of bear means stripped or naked. So this encrypted message from Deande to Whiskey Foxtrot is saying they pretty much have a relationship, and this is something that I don't think anybody has known up until this point, and it is very well hidden within a lore that I imagine most Battleborn fans won't even take the time to look over because the lore obviously isn't the most important part of the game. But shall we meet in our usual place? That last line indicates that they have been together in this secret relationship for quite a long time if they have a usual meeting spot that they go to. So from this piece of lore, from this Whiskey Foxtrot lore, we can confirm that Deande and Whiskey Foxtrot are in some type of relationship. What kind of relationship? If it's only for sex, obviously sex is involved here, from the I would gladly bear you in a heartbeat, that not much subtlety with that line, but we can infer that they have had a relationship for quite a while now. And this, I was just happened to read through this last night, and I was not expecting that at all. It was not something that I thought I would come across, not something I even thought of, but I found it was very interesting and I wanted to share it with everyone because I haven't seen anything about this, really much of anything on the internet about Battleborn's lore, because not really, like I said, the most important thing about the game. But since this was an encrypted message directly to Whiskey Foxtrot from Deande, it's obvious that at least she doesn't want anybody to know about it. So they've been carrying out this secret relationship for theirs for quite some time, I would assume. But that's about it for this video. I just wanted to share this with you guys. I found it extremely interesting, and what are your guys' thoughts? Leave a comment with your opinion, what you think this means for the game. Do you want to see a Battleborn 2 in the future, possibly? Do you want them to expand on the lore and create a whole new Battleborn franchise based more around the lore rather than the gameplay? I don't know, what do you guys think? Just leave a comment below, tell me what you think. If you enjoyed the video, if this blew your mind, which I don't think it did, but whatever, just give me your opinion. I appreciate all feedback that any of you can give me. But that's going to wrap things up for this video. So I will see all of you guys later, but remember, keep it real. Adios, guys.